Oh my god. I actually don't use that term very much. It was that one interview. I know. I've seen this online. I've seen this online. Um, yeah. I mean, everyone in my generation does. We're just better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, fans are also clamoring for you to maybe try your hand at Dancing with the Stars. Is that something you would potentially be game to do?
Nah, I don't think so.
Picture that unforgettable moment. The massive screen lit up with 226.79, a thrilling milestone not seen since Sarah Hughes captured gold in 2002. That number meant far more than just points on a scoreboard. Standing in the freezing cold at 1 a.m. for her first press conference, the champion was already glancing toward the exit, giving reporters a sharp, victorious look. The young skater only needed to find out if she could still build a lasting legacy. While many competitors get trapped in cycles of intense pressure, she radiated a natural charisma the moment she stepped off the ice. Her life changed instantly, yet she handled it with a bright smile instead of stress, becoming an international sensation. She hinted that her journey was never really about medals or reaching the top, but about something deeper, though. That inner peace was about to face a serious test. Winning gold at the 2026 Winter Games was anything but a solo effort. Her victory highlighted the country's deep talent pool, forming a powerful trio alongside Amber Glenn and Isabeau Levito, a combination not seen in decades. Together, they didn't just outperform the competition, they brought a fresh, fearless energy that helped lift the long-standing pressure surrounding women's figure skating. Fans watched in awe as the team bonded off the ice while delivering completely different, electrifying performances on it. The moment went beyond flawless jumps or commanding the rink. It symbolized breaking a 2-4-year drought and crowning a homegrown Olympic champion. Yet while the world focused on the gold medal around her neck, she stood in the bright halls of the Milano Arena, craving something simple, the feeling of fresh air, free from expectations and constant pressure. That mindset clashed with the intense culture that usually surrounds champions. Returning home, admiration quickly turned into overwhelming obsession. Fame brought relentless attention, and the pressure from fans and sponsors reached extreme levels. Training continued in isolation in the Swiss Alps as she prepared to defend her title. But behind the scenes, the physical and emotional toll remained hidden. By early March, she began to reveal that struggle. What looked like success from the outside carried a heavy cost. Experts predicted total American dominance. But the trio showed that greatness doesn't have to come from isolation. They supported each other through the growing spotlight and online criticism ahead of the Prague Championships. Still, one question dominated. Could she deliver the routine that guaranteed victory? Crowds and photographers surrounded her everywhere, creating chaos more fitting for global pop stars than athletes. She pushed back, clearly uncomfortable with the loss of privacy and the public's sense of ownership over her life. She even admitted she wasn't sure she wanted to go through it all again. A frightening incident with an aggressive pursuer exposed the darker side of fame. What seemed like a glowing post-victory moment revealed something far more troubling. She spoke out, asking her millions of followers to stop the harassment and allow her to live a normal life. That experience became a turning point, reshaping how she viewed fame and her right to privacy. Choosing peace over pressure, she stepped away and settled in Oakland, focusing on family and recovery while others embraced the spotlight. Meanwhile, Amber Glenn and Isabeau Levito continued attending high-profile events, but she prioritized her mental health. In doing so, she proved her legacy was about more than medals. It was about redefining what success looks like. At just 19, Sarah Everhart emerged as a defining talent of her era, carrying the weight of being both a world champion and Olympic gold medalist. She entered the Prague competition as the clear favorite, with expectations at an all-time high. Appearances on shows like The Today Show and moments alongside celebrities like Daniel Radcliffe only added to the spotlight. Then came the shocking twist. Alysa Liu was suddenly absent from the official roster. The news sent shockwaves through the skating world. It wasn't a mistake. She had made the conscious decision to step away and protect her mental health, avoiding the intense post-Olympic spotlight. Her choice raised a powerful question. How does a reigning champion walk away at the peak of her career? As expectations shifted, The spotlight turned to Amber Glenn, who stepped forward with confidence, ready to prove she could claim a world title on her own terms. Unleashing powerful, consistent triple axels, she stepped into Prague's brightly lit O2 arena, taking the place of an Olympic legend. Fans around the world watched in suspense, eager to see whether this dynamic, 9-year-old, could carry her team forward. Under those intense lights, technical precision became the clear dividing line between standing on the podium and facing heartbreaking defeat. Her focus on winning gold placed her among historic names like Yulia Lipnitskaya, but she openly admitted she needed to pause, breathe, and enjoy her youth before it slipped away, a cycle that has worn down many great athletes. Now, she proved she was fully in control of her own path, realizing that chasing external validation is never worth sacrificing personal well-being. After finishing 5th in Milan, she emerged as a key leader for Team USA. Without Alysa Liu as a scoring anchor, the team faced a new challenge. Could they still dominate against top competitors like Kaori Sakamoto? Free from competitive pressure, she returned to headline the Stars on Ice tour, performing without the burden of judges or scores. This shift allowed her to embrace skating purely as an art form, cementing her role as a new face of American figure skating. With major opportunities ahead, including appearances tied to Dancing with the Stars, she stepped confidently into a broader spotlight. Meanwhile, Alysa Liu made it clear she wasn't disappearing, she was choosing recovery and balance. Having learned from past burnout, she understood the importance of stepping back at the right time. Her success in Italy proved her greatness went far beyond medals, and this new phase of her career became a celebration of connection with fans rather than competition. Her tour across North America turned into a large-scale celebration of her achievements, but she refused to let commercial demands dictate her direction. Instead of chasing scores, she focused on reconnecting with the audience energy she had missed during quieter, more isolated periods of her career. By stepping away from the traditional competitive cycle, she created space for both physical recovery and personal growth. Looking ahead to future Olympic seasons, including the 2030 Winter Games, she showed that true greatness comes from making intentional choices rather than following expectations. Her journey stood in contrast to others caught between media opportunities and athletic commitments as she prioritized authenticity over pressure. Back in Prague, anticipation continued to build. On the 8th of March 2026, the tension between global fame and personal peace reached a peak. Then came the shocking moment her name was missing from the official roster. The announcement stunned the entire skating world. It wasn't an error. She had deliberately stepped away from competition. In her place, a rising talent from a top training program stepped forward after an impressive third-place global finish. Carrying her nation's hopes, this new contender approached the moment with confidence, relying purely on skill and determination rather than strategy. As she arrived in Prague, ready to compete inside the O2 arena, the question remained, how would the sport evolve without its reigning star at the center?